Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I
What's going on, everyone? This is Z. I am from DDG Philly, co-owner and founder of DDG. We are here in the Roots Room. We are with Digital Crates right now today, interviewing on what's going on with RawLife Records. So, Crates, how you doing?
Good. Blessed. How are you?
Good. I'm good. So what you been working on? I know you've been in the city. I saw you at the last show. I saw you at Rent's Due. Thank you for coming through.
And we'll be there again at the next one.
Okay. Awesome. So what's going on? What are you working on right now?
Working on a little bit of everything. I call it waving a Philly flag, basically.
Okay.
I do in-house production and record label work for RawLife Records. Blessed to be in that situation, thanks to Dice Raw and the Roots. So they kind of brought me in to develop some of the younger artists they had on the roster.
Okay.
And then start demoing and building up tracks for them and for other projects. And in the meantime, as I've been here in Philly doing that, I've really kind of selectively networked and kind of reached out and worked with a bunch of artists that have all moved on to higher levels. So on a daily basis, it's like I'm working on music, but I'm working on record label work. And then I'm also doing a lot of promotion for the Soundcheck Events company, doing show hosting, full-on promotion, curating, and then now I'm moving into doing radio show hosting and mixing. So really on a daily basis, it's everything.
Now get into that Soundcheck. What's the Soundcheck? Because for those of you who don't know, he runs this Soundcheck and it's amazing. So
yeah, Soundcheck Events is an independent music performance platform and much more. And it was started by really a team of creative minds. We all met in this small recording studio environment right near the Sound Gallery Studios. So myself, DJ Circuit Breaker, and H88 basically just decided to kind of put our talents together, our networks together, and build a platform for all the artists that we were working with in terms of studio work, production, management, label work, and all that. And it's like, instead of getting all these artists to perform on other platforms, it was like, why not just start building our own?
Absolutely.
And it kind of grew from a couple small shows that we called the warm-up, which we did. Rest in peace to Dobbs on South Street.
Yes.
I think we all missed that venue.
Dobbs. Yes.
And that's kind of how the wave started. We did 3 really, really cool shows at Dobbs. And from there, I think we've now done 70 or 80 shows in the past 18 months. Featured, I've been working on the list. We featured actually almost 200 independent tri-state artists. And not only featured them, but put them on.
Right.
We give artists tickets to sell. They make their own money.
Yeah.
We had this one artist, his last show, he made over $1,000 before he even touched the stage.
What?
And it's just like such a blessing for me.
Yes, absolutely.
Further in my career, to see that music come to life. It was just so hard producing and only randomly seeing songs I produced being performed.
Yeah.
Now doing all these promoted events, I have artists performing songs that I produced on a daily basis.
That's amazing.
And in building this platform, I've learned to really support other platforms in the city, which is kind of how we linked up, with supporting other people.
Yes.
And
I think that's a major thing in the city, and especially in Philadelphia, because we're so talented. I think everybody wants to do their own thing, and I think that's what takes away from how we can grow just as a city.
You have to work together, not against each other. And that's what RawLife Records, the Soundcheck Events brand, and the Digital Crates brand is about. I work with a lot of different producers, publishers, and writers on this behind-the-scenes studio vibe. And myself, I support other production companies and publishing companies. Maybe sometimes it's ghost writing or ghost production. Sometimes it's full credited and paid. It depends on the situation. Yeah. But in anything I do, whether it's production or promotion, it's about supporting.
Absolutely. Tell us about this spot that we're in right now.
Yeah, right here we're in the legendary, what's called the Roots Room. It's a back wing of Milk Boy Studios here in Philadelphia in Center City. We're located actually in the same building as the legendary Electric Factory. They have huge concerts going on here almost every night. They also have a venue here called the Voltage Lounge, which we promote a lot of events with the Soundcheck brand. Okay. So imagine it's like a music industry playground. Yes. I get to have these concert venues and a studio space in the same spot. And recently, we cleared out an annex, and we're throwing after-hours events and creative special events like album release parties, listening sessions, ciphers, live ciphers, brunch, dinner events, and just all sorts of different things. Anything you could imagine. Movie nights.
I like that.
Wine and beer tastings, and we're trying to really like kick off a new vibe here in Philly, incorporating everything that's right here local to us.
Absolutely. So coming up, so we have the end of the year is coming up. We
Fast.
got a couple more. Yeah, we got a couple more months. What is it that I guess, as far as just you would tell anybody who's coming to the end of the year trying to put a project out? What is like some advice that you would give to like an up and coming like producer?
Put it out now. Don't wait.
Okay.
That's my best advice. People ask me, yo, Crates, when's the right time to drop? I got an artist that, I don't want to put him out there, but it's been almost like 2 years he's been waiting to drop. And I keep telling him, just drop.
Okay.
Because the music is the easy part. You can always go to the studio and make another song.
Right.
But you can't get back that time that's wasted on the music making an impact on people.
I got it.
Getting out and performing and doing shows. So my best advice to this end of the year, and I'm going to take my own advice right now.
Yes, I'm going to hold you to it.
Is I'm going to put out a lot of music. Everyone I work with is going to put out a lot of music. And my best advice is just share more music. Put it out there. Even if it's not for sale, get it out there.
Yeah.
And it's the holidays. Give back a little bit,
Absolutely.
Why not?
Speaking of that, as far as your what have you been working on with anyone that's outside of Philly? Just touching base on what are the projects and the things that you want to work on just in and around the city.
Again, it goes back to waving that Philly flag. I have really strong projects going on right now, both in Los Angeles, New York, and New Orleans.
All right.
And I'm really blessed. Also, Tampa. We're starting to put a Tampa and Atlanta situation together with the Sound Gallery. We're working on a new collab.
Okay.
So that's coming soon, and I want to be able to have this home base here in Philly, but be able to move around the country a little bit more and touch more projects. I feel like I got a little bit more energy these days, and I want to really travel a little bit more. I've been working for a long time with my little brother, A1 Fly.
Okay.
Everybody can look him up. And he's one of those artists, it's an incredible mode what he's doing. It's not that he's out there to be the most famous, most poppin'est star. He's really working. Okay. Co-writing, co-producing, all that. Anything he can do to get in the game, engineering for bigger artists, all that. Even just whatever, slanging a beat and walking away, building up a rep. But literally he's been blessed. He did co-writes on almost, I think, 8 out of the 20 records he did this year, made it to full-on album release, some on the radio. So I'm really happy to be working with my little brothers. I always am. And then my big brother Fire down in New Orleans, he has a little situation with G-Unit and Really in Air Records with Kid. And we've been really building on that situation and try to kind of get a little buzz going. I mean, there's always buzz in the New Orleans scene, but it seems like every once in a while it hits on the hip-hop side of things. So we're trying to kind of build the scene in New Orleans as well. So that's some stuff that's in the works.
Good. Now let's just cut on, I guess, the music now. The music you hear on the radio. Let's cut to that. Now, I'm a fan because I know, as we evolve, music evolves, time evolves. But, what's your take on the radio?